Hi, this is Wasabi. Today we're talking about the Titanic submarine situation that's been going on over the past day or so. You've probably seen everybody talk about it at this point, and here I am. I'm talking about it too because it's very fascinating. It's intriguing to see how something that could have been prevented, something that once you see how everything led up to where we are today, and the submarine in question that the explorers or the billionaires, millionaires that were the selected few, right? The rich people who got to go under, I'm getting a little bit ahead, but pretty much the case is a bunch of rich people paid money to be able to go down and see the remnants of the Titanic, and now they're trapped down there. But let me rewind things a little bit. So there's a company called Ocean Gate Expeditions, and they have a service that they were offering which allows you to go down and see the Titanic up close and personal for an easy price of $250,000. Now when you hear that price, you're probably like, whoa, that's a lot of money, man. Yeah, it's not for you or me. It's for the rich people, the people who got so much money they don't really give a fuck. They just want to do cool shit, and to them this is pretty fun. But the unfortunate part is that the submersible that they went in to go down and see the Titanic is missing. It's gone. No one knows where it's at. And even at the time of making this video, it's like, what, almost 6 o'clock at night, and it's June 21st. There's a good chance that the people inside that submersible are unfortunately about to pass away, either due to hypothermia or because of lack of oxygen. That is currently what is being thrown around as possible ways that these people are more or less probably going to die from. Now, leading up to the situation, it's kind of bizarre when you really look into this because this submersible is it's pretty sketchy. 6 months ago, CBS posted a video that was looking into the submersible and exploring how does it work, all the features and everything else. But there's a lot of alarming things on it that it raises some red flags, like alert, alert, alert. And I want to share some of that with you.
An experimental submersible vessel that has not been approved or certified by any regulatory body and could result in physical injury, disability, emotional trauma, or death. Where do I sign?
Now, I know when we have done some things in our life, some of it might be risky, but it's not really like to the point where you're going to die. It's just kind of like, hey, there's that 0.1% chance that you're going to die. Here in this stuff, no shot. Signing all this shit saying that, hey, you know what? There's a good chance I'm going to die out here. But you know what? It is what it is. I'm going to sign that shit and say it is what it is. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm going to drop some lore real quick behind my backstory. I don't like water. I don't want to swim in water. I don't want to go jump in water. I don't want to be near water. Yeah, I might take showers. I might wash my hands. I might do things like that. But going into a big body of water, no shot. You ain't going to do it. There ain't no way in hell you're going to get me to do that. Same for airplanes. I ain't going to go fly in that shit. What if it crashes? What if it crashes into ocean? Guess what? I just got into two of my biggest fears known to mankind. No way. And I know someone's going to be like, well, you're going to drive a car. You're going to go on the highway. And that's even a probably bigger chance of dying again, of crashing, going into an airplane. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't care. It might sound stupid saying it like that, but I have no interest at all going into any form of water. But back on track, when you tell me that this shit hasn't been certified, this is an experimental thing, I'm just if I'm a millionaire, billionaire, I got a fuckload of money, I want to enjoy that money. I don't want to risk dying. Dog, if there ain't no way to bring myself back to life, there's no revitalization technology, I can't just respawn after I die. No, I'm gonna tell you, what? I ain't going down that ocean. I mean, obviously part of it's because I have the fear of the ocean, but on the other hand, if you're going down so far deep into the ocean, and I'm kind of spoiling this a little bit already, but later on you're gonna learn that shit, when you get inside of it, that shit gets sealed from the outside, so you're trapped inside there. I don't like that. Just no sir.
Wow.
Inside, the sub has about as much room as a minivan.
So this is not your grandfather's submersible. We only have one button, that's it. It should be like an elevator. It shouldn't take a lot of skill.
The Titan is the only 5-person sub in the world that can reach Titanic depths, 2.4 miles below the sea. It's also the only one with a toilet. Sort of. And yet, I couldn't help noticing how many pieces of this sub seemed improvised.
Yeah, if your red flags hasn't gone off now, then it probably should be like going way the fuck off. It should be like DEFCON 5. Look at this, man. They got fucking tape. Motherfuckers put tape on there, and then they got a Sharpie to write down what the fuck this shit does. There's no form of confidence that I can see in me wanting to go on a device that's like that. Dog, that's like going in the car and having your seatbelt be made out of duct tape. Like, you would be questioning. You'd be wondering, why the fuck is this like this? And then they'll be like, oh, but don't worry, it's safe. You'll be fine. I mean, it's not like the normal shit that you see in regular cars, but it's close enough. That's what they say for this shit. They're like, hey, we know it's not like quote unquote professional, but it gets the job done. All right, guys, like, calm down.
Shelf components. I got these from Camper World. We run the whole thing with this game controller.
Come on.
It seems like this submersible has some elements of MacGyver-y jerry-riggedness. I mean, you're putting construction pipes as ballast.
I don't know if I'd use that description of it, but there's certain things that you want to be buttoned down. So the pressure vessel is not MacGyver at all, because that's where we work with Boeing and NASA and the University of Washington. Everything else can fail. Your thrusters can go, your lights can go, you're still going to be safe.
And that statement hasn't aged well at all, considering what's going on right now. Now, I know a lot of people have been making jokes, memeing, talking about the controller and the fact that it seems kind of silly that they're operating it with it. But from everywhere I read researching this topic more, this is actually pretty standard now. And the idea behind it is because everyone that grows up now using technology, gaming, phones, smartphones, everything, it's supposed to be seen as an easier way to, I guess, connect with people my age or younger, because we already use this shit every day. So why not just make the interfaces be used the same way? If you use an Xbox controller to play all your favorite games, Fortnite, Call of Duty, then what difference is it now using it to operate a submersible, air drone, airplane, whatever the case might be? That's pretty much the idea behind this.
Was a go.
Titan sitting at 3742 meters, reports on bottom.
But that was the last of the good news.
And I said, do you know where we are? 100 meters to the bow, then 470 to the bow. If you are lost, so are we.
There's no GPS underwater, so the surface ship is supposed to guide the sub to the shipwreck by sending text messages.
Turn 30 degrees right?
Probably 30 degrees.
But on this dive, communications somehow broke down. The sub never found the wreck.
We were lost. We were lost for 2.5 hours.
Rush says
So even 6 months ago in this video with the submersible, there was issues still, and they had to sit there and say, "Oh, hey, we fucked up, guys, but guess what? We'll try again soon." I'm telling you, man, it doesn't instill confidence to me, and the fact that this CEO doesn't really give a fuck about safety, it's mind blowing that people would even say, "You know what? I'm still going to try this anyway." If I'm going on some device that could potentially put my life at risk, and the person that's in charge of all of this tells me, "Yeah, safety, who gives a fuck?" That shit. Safety gets in the way of innovation, and I'm not about that. Now, if you think that I'm bullshitting when I tell you that, no, he actually said that. So here it is right here. The maker of the lost Titan submersible previously complained about strict passenger vessel regulations, saying the industry was obscenely safe. Describing the industry in a 2019 interview, Rush said that there have been no injuries in the field for decades, adding, "It's obscenely safe because they have all these regulations, but it also hasn't innovated or grown because they have all these regulations." A 2019 blog post on the OceanGate website cites speed of innovations as one of the reasons the Titan isn't classed according to standard regulatory processes. It said that while the company met standards where they apply, the slow processes of vessel classifications were anathema to innovation. So pretty much his way is like, hey, yeah, we know we're not exactly safe, but hey, we got innovations though. We're innovating in the field, and that's what really matters. And now it's all coming back to bite them in the ass, and this is a whole shitty situation all around. I really don't know how we get to this point where someone's like, you know what, fuck safety. Well, you know, who cares? Let's do this shit anyway. Safety exists for a reason. It's not just because it's there to ruin all your fun and make you have a bad day. It's so that you actually could, you know, stay alive, go home, be with your friends, your family, have dinner, breakfast, lunch, you know, all of that good shit, and be able to wake up and see another day. That's the reason why safety exists, not so that you can sit there and say, well, you know what, fuck all this shit. We're trying to innovate out here. Who gives a shit if we die? I mean, hey, you know what, do you, brother, but don't put other people's lives on the line, and don't try and make some boilerplate NDA or agreement, a contract that says, hey, we know we're probably going to kill you, but we need to make you sign this so that you understand we're probably going to kill you, but we're going to try and make it sound like we're safe though. Hey, we're safe and we're all the places that matter, but, you know, there's some places that, you know, could be dangerous. Anyway, shitty situation all around. Hopefully the people are found. But with the way the clock is ticking, it looks like they're running out pretty soon. And that's the unfortunate part of this. But hopefully people do learn their lesson going forward from this. and maybe don't make the same mistake again. But what how society is, I don't think we're going to learn our lesson, and it'll only be a matter of time before something like this happens again. Might not be today or tomorrow or next year or the year after that, but it will probably happen again. Anyways, bye-bye.